Okay, team, open house is coming up. People don't need convincing. They need understanding.
Great job, everyone. Keep up the good work. We are almost there. We really tried to get the word out as much as possible. Flyers, community boards, talking to families. We just wanted people to know we were here.
A friend of mine has their kid here. They had really good things to say, so we wanted to see it for ourselves.
I actually saw the flyer at the grocery store, and we've been looking for a place, so I figured we'd come check it out.
We've been visiting a few different places this month, and this one just seemed a little different, so we were curious.
Open houses are always a little unpredictable. You plan as much as you can, but once the doors open, you never quite know what the day will bring.
This is our first baby, so everything feels like a big decision. I'm mostly hoping they know things that I don't.
As it turned out, more families showed up than we expected. The lobby filled up quickly, classrooms were busy, and there were questions coming from every direction.
Questions, probably more than I should admit. But watching them for 10 minutes, they look comfortable. They look happy. That's kind of the whole point, right?
Whenever families visit for the first time, there's usually a moment of hesitation. The idea of a barefoot classroom can sound a little unusual at first. You can almost see parents doing the math in their heads, trying to figure out how it all works.
If I had known I would be taking my shoes off at the door, I would have gotten a pedicure.
At first it seemed a little different, but it actually makes sense. The kids move better, they're more comfortable, and there's just less to manage.
But most of them are willing to go along for the ride. And once the kids start exploring, something interesting happens. The shoes come off, the socks come off, and suddenly the room feels a little lighter. As we like to say around here, when the socks come off, the fun turns on. And once that happens, people usually start to understand what we mean. But that's really the point of a day like this. Parents want to understand what we do here, not just the schedule or the rules, but the why behind it.
I was skeptical, I'll say it. I thought it might be chaotic, but it's actually really calm. And my kid didn't ask to leave once. That's new.
I read all the reviews, checked the licensing reports, and compared 5 different centers. This one had the best snack policy.
So we answered a lot of questions about our approach, about the Barefoot policy, about how we balance structure and play.
I mean, taking off shoes and socks every day seems like a lot of effort. But the flyer says there are benefits to it, so I guess I'm curious to see how it works.
They said we could take our shoes off. I like that rule.
Meanwhile, the kids did what kids always do. Some were a little shy at first, sticking close to their parents. Others jumped right in like they had already been coming here for months.
I loved seeing the kids start out a little shy, and then 5 minutes later, they're already playing like they belong here.
And once the kids started exploring, things loosened up. Parents relaxed, conversations got easier, and people started to see the center the way we see it every day. They saw the heart behind what we do, and they saw the education happening in real time. By the end of the afternoon, most families seemed to understand what makes this place different. And more importantly, they could picture their children
really
here.
Impressed with the curriculum, especially the focus on play-based learning. The environment feels so nurturing.
All things considered, it was a very successful open house.
We had a lot of good questions from parents today. That's usually a good sign. It means they're really thinking about where their kids are going to spend their day.
An open house is really about connection. When parents see their children happy and curious in a space, that tells them more than any brochure ever could.
We had a good turnout. No issues, no incidents. That's a win.
People don't need to fully understand something to experience it. They just need space to meet it where they are.
The kids didn't really need time to adjust. They just, did it. The adults took a little longer.
We had a few parents asking about enrollment, so I'd call that a good sign.
Thank you, everyone. You showed people exactly who we are. And that's enough. This wasn't the end of anything. It's just the beginning of the next group coming through.
When things are working, you don't need to explain them loudly.
like the video, or you're answering all the parent questions.